Hello everybody, I'm back. So today we have the album ranking tier list. So apparently I've never done one of these before. Not apparently, it's known. I'm stupid, and I want to make a video going over my top 25 favorite albums. But in order to do that, I believe that I need to rank the Metallica albums to do that first. I'm not going to worry about going in order from like Kill 'Em All to 72 Seasons. I'm just going to go based on how it is right now. So, starting off, we have the Black Album. And for me, the Black Album is an A tier. So, the Black Album has some really good songs like A Wolf of Man, Wherever I May Roam, Through the Never, stuff like that. And it also contains some of the more popular songs like Enter Sandman, Sad But True, The Unforgiven, Wherever I May Roam, stuff like that. But Wherever I May Roam is a popular song, but I also think it's a really good song. So for me, the Black Album's an easy A tier. This is what I think Metallica started declining a little bit until they get picked up a little bit later on. But we'll go over that. Next up, Death Magnetic. For me, Death Magnetic is B tier. There are some pretty good songs on here, such as The End of the Line, Suicide and Redemption, stuff like that. Maybe even All Nightmare Long. But Death Magnetic is pretty good. This is the album that came directly after Shit Anger. And I think they did a pretty good job of coming back from a tragedy such as that one. Next up, 72 Seasons, their newest album. For me, it's hard between B, it's teetering between B and C tier, and I'm not quite sure which one it is. So I think I'm gonna have to go. I think I'm going C tier. So C tier, for me, means it's not like garbage, but like it's not like good. I think B tier is where like they get good. I mean, Seven Seasons has Room of Mirrors. Like, don't get me wrong, Room of Mirrors is an amazing song. If Darkness Had a Sun is an amazing song too. Sleepwalk My Life Away is great, but it also has Crown of Barbed Wire, Inamorata, uh, stuff I can't think about right now. But for me, it's a C tier album. Up next on the list, we have Hardwired to Self-Destruct, which makes it past C, but I do not think it is better than Death Magnetic. As I've stated before, Hardwired almost feels like it's a Kill 'Em All in 2016 kind of thing, especially with how much heavier it is compared to Death Magnetic and Load and Reload and even Injustice for All on the Black Album. But yeah, Hardwired is a good album. I just don't think it's better than Death Magnetic. It is certainly better than three other albums on this list. But yeah, I think that Hardwired is slept on a lot, and I feel like some more people need to look into some of the good songs here, like the title track "Spin with Bone" and stuff of that nature. Moving on to "And Justice for All," A tier. Now, I don't know. I think yeah, it's definitely better than the Black Album for me. And Justice for All has my third favorite song on it, Blackened. It also has The Frayed Ends of Sanity, One, Harvester of Sorrow, stuff like that. I think what doesn't make this S tier is the lack of bass, as well as the title track just isn't for me. But I think that overall it is a pretty good album. And yeah, for me, easy A tier. Kill 'Em All is obviously S tier. Kill 'Em All was their first album, and I've heard people like the music snob say that it is B tier because the production is shit. For me, I don't give a damn about the production. The album is so good. There are so many good songs on here, other than two. You have, of course, Hit the Lights, The Four Horsemen, two great songs. Phantom Lord, another great one. Whiplash, iconic. Seek and Destroy, pretty good. I mean, I'd say. And then there's Motor Breath, my second favorite Metallica song of all time. It is a great album. There is low points in the album, which could be argued for A tier, such as Metal Militia and Anesthesia, but for me, it's S tier. I don't really care about those two songs. Load, B tier. So I'm throwing Load in B tier because of the low points in this album. So there's The House the Jack Built, Cure, Ronnie, Poor Twisted Me. What else is there? Mama Said. Like, there are just some low points in this album that don't make it any higher for me. But King Nothing, Hero of the Day, Bleeding Me, Until It Sleeps are 4 amazing songs from this album, which is the only reason why it's not in C or D. So, yeah. Alright, moving on, we have Master of Puppets, S tier. So, the song Master of Puppets, everybody knows how I feel about that, who is watching this video. Is I don't really like it very much. Used to be a fan of it until Stranger Things. But other than that, there's another song that's not that good on it. Orion or Orion, whatever you want to call it. It's Orion for the record. It's meh. Like, it's not terrible. It's not good either. But every other song, Battery, The Thing That Should Not Be, Sanitarium, Disposable Heroes, Leper Messiah, Damage Incorporated. I hope I'm not forgetting one. But all those songs are amazing, and they are S tier. And that reason in itself is S tier. And if I'm going to put Kill 'Em All S tier because all the songs except 2 are good, I got to go Master with S tier as well. Next up, Reload, A tier. And I do think it's better than the Black Album. Now, that is a hot take. So, Reload has my favorite song on it. It has Prince Charming on it. It has another song that's in my top 10 or maybe top 15, The Unforgiven 2, in it. And then there's Fixer. And then there's Fuel. And some people will argue The Memory Remains, but I don't. All 4 of those songs, possibly 5 if you're one of those people who like The Memory Remains, are really good songs. And I think those songs are better than the Black Album. Just my opinion, I don't think it's better than Injustice for All because the low points of Reload are really shit too. Like Slither, Bad Seed, stuff like that. For that reason, I don't think it makes it to I don't think it makes it to S tier or above Injustice for All because Injustice for All's got one weak song compared to the rest. So, yeah, Reload is A tier. But it is better than the Black Album because the Black Album has Sad But True on there, and I don't really like that song. So, plus, the Black Album also has Don't Tread on Me, which isn't, like, the worst song by them, but it's also certainly not good. This has 2 bad songs, just like these 2, but it also has my favorite song. So, moving on. Saint Anger is D tier. I don't think I need to explain this very much. Saint Anger is just shit, honestly. Like, I don't think there's any other way to put it. Saint Anger is by far their worst album. And yeah, the snare is just terrible. The production's garbage. There are some decent songs in here. There are some decent songs on here. Such as Frantic. That's about it. I think Invisible Kid is decent, but it's still not that good. But Frantic is the best song off Saint Anger. Moving on to our last album, Ride the Lightning, which is obviously S tier. It is above Master Puppets. There is For Whom the Bell Tolls, Ride the Lightning, Fade to Black, Trapped Under Ice, Fight Fire with Fire, Creeping Death, Escape Even, and then there's the one we don't talk about. This album is amazing. Purely amazing. To some people, it might be their best album. To others, it might not be. But I don't think it's better than Kill 'Em All, because Call of Cthulhu. But to be fair, you know what? No. Red Lightning is better than Kill 'Em All. Thank you so much for watching. And that is my and the right Metallica tier list. Bye.